Kingdom Hearts 3 offered to us a lot of things in terms of story. Sora's character being at his best, some very nice resolution between trios like the Days and Wayfinder trios, great villains, some of them giving us their best performances yet, and a lot of characters really stepped up to the plate in contributing to the climax that was the ending to this game, the Keyblade War. And then you have characters like Kairi, who since being given a Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 2 and being set up as one of the 7 Guardians of Light in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, has done really nothing but underperform. We all were hoping that Kairi was going to have some sort of redemption arc in Kingdom Hearts 3, because what they were aiming to portray in Kingdom Hearts previously was that she was tired of sitting around and being this damsel in distress. She was finally going to contribute, and instead of letting Sora and Riku do all the work and protect her, she was going to aid in protecting them, which kind of did happen. I mean, without Kairi, we definitely would have just straight up died in the Keyblade Graveyard, and they make that very clear to you with the cutscenes with Naminé and the cutscene with Kairi when Sora finally saves everyone else. Though the thing people were looking the most forward to with Kairi in Kingdom Hearts 3, or at least a solid group of people, was her fighting. Because that's why she has a Keyblade, that's why she's a Guardian, and that's what they completely implied that she was going to do. You know what? I don't want to leave anything out of this video by only talking about the negatives of Kairi's character in Kingdom Hearts 3, because trust me, there are a lot. Because truth is, there was a lot of positive, almost equally as much. A step in the right direction, I'd actually begin to call it somewhat. I enjoyed most of Kairi's character throughout Kingdom Hearts 3, up until the point where she got snatched up by Xemnas and didn't put up a fight, only to get literally destroyed by Xehanort and have Sora, quote, sacrifice himself to save her in the end scene. Up until then, I liked Kairi in Kingdom Hearts 3. We'll get to that other part later though. First, let's talk about all the scenes and reasons I enjoyed at least most of her presence in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, Kairi was not in that many cutscenes. The ones she was in were long ones though, to at least somewhat make up for it. Up until the Keyblade Graveyard, she's only in 2/3 decently length cutscenes, with Axel and one with Sora and Riku before the eventual climax, which I really have to give Square Enix some praise for. I feel like Alison Stoner did an amazing job as Kairi in Kingdom Hearts 3. I feel some people are really nostalgic towards Hayden, but seriously, new voice actors is something that happens all the time in the world of media, and unlike some of those times, Allison did nowhere near a bad job, and I feel like they captured what Kairi's character is about near perfectly. So I really enjoyed the vocal performance of her in Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, the scenes with Axel come off as extremely genuine, which is why I have to give Square Enix props for that. Like, I think their characters meld extremely well, and I hope that we see more interactions between Lee and Kairi in the future. A lot of people have been saying they have like a brother and sister like bond. I kind of see where they're getting at, though I don't feel that personally. I kind of just get that very deep friendship forming between them, kind of like we've seen throughout a lot of the Kingdom Hearts series with select characters. There's a satisfying feeling about seeing characters who were once terrified or at least optimistic about one another become pretty close friends. Right off the bat, Kairi's introduction in Kingdom Hearts 3, she's reading off a letter that she wrote about Sora. I'm not too big of a fan of shipping in the Kingdom Hearts series, but the only characters I do ship, because the story basically does as well, is Kairi and Sora. They really spend every second Sora and Kairi are near each other, and even in the scenes where they are apart, trying to build their relationship, which I really do appreciate, which is something that I loved so much about Kingdom Hearts 1 that was not there in any of the future games, the building of their relationship between one another. Kairi's relevance is really only tied to the number titles when you think about it, at least in terms of screen time. Outside of the number trilogy, Kairi doesn't really play much of a role, if any at all. Some games she's just straight up not in there. Sora's and Kairi's relationship, or Kairi's involvement in Kingdom Hearts 1, was very consistent, and it ultimately spawned one of my favorite cutscenes in Kingdom Hearts 1, which is where Sora sacrifices himself to save Kairi after defeating the possessed Riku, which I really loved and is still to this day one of my favorite cutscenes in all of Kingdom Hearts. It was one of the first cutscenes I got really emotional at in the Kingdom Hearts series, and that's something that that happens pretty often nowadays, but that first time that it happened where I really felt something out of this series, like that cutscene is one that really stands out to me. Seeing Kairi move after being nothing but a lifeless vessel the entire game in that scene was a OMG moment I'll never forget my first time experiencing. And a scene like that felt so great to me because her character was consistent throughout Kingdom Hearts 1, and that's really what I'm trying to hone in on. When I look back at Kingdom Hearts 2 and think about Kairi, the first thing I think about is how quickly Sora pushed her to the side for Riku, which I know we meme about that cutscene in the community, but it's understandable why Sora acted the way he did. I mean, last Sora saw Kairi, she was going back to Destiny Islands all safe and sound. Last Sora saw Riku, however, he was trapped behind a door holding Untold Darkness at the time. Though the reason I mention that cutscene is because that's how her character felt in Kingdom Hearts 2. She felt completely pushed to the side, which I don't take away points from Kingdom Hearts 2 for that, because ultimately she didn't even need to play a role in the game to begin with. But comparing her character from 1 to 2, Kingdom Hearts 1 Kairi served way more importance, being used as a motivator for Sora and Riku, and even playing a role in saving Sora with her Princess of Light powers from the darkness. In Kingdom Hearts 3 though, they go back to what made Kairi special in Kingdom Hearts 1. Kind of. Though it doesn't work as well as it did back then, because back then that was our first time being introduced to Kairi, while this time around we have 17 plus years of experience with the Kingdom Hearts series. And on top of that, Kairi seems to be one of the few characters who hasn't grown along with everyone else. She hasn't grown at all along with Sora and Riku. Age-wise, yes, and design-wise, yes, but character-wise, inside, it doesn't really feel that way. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is that she kind of feels the same as she did in Kingdom Hearts 1. But it doesn't work as well now because of that. Because this series has grown so much since. In this case, more of the same does not work as well. While it's amazing to see Sora and Kairi's relationship progress finally for the first time since really Kingdom Hearts 1, and she actually does something in being the plot device that keeps Sora alive during the final world section of the game, where Sora is using the power of waking to save his friends, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and be overly accepting and say that was enough for me, or that that's what should have happened. I'm not content with how Kairi was in Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm gonna overall have to accept it in the long run, but right now it's kind of a pill that's hard to swallow. Maybe to some people this sounds like me complaining too much, that this is unreasonable, or me expecting too much, and I have to counter that with I feel like I expected as much as they gave me reason to expect, which was Kairi lacing up those boots and giving someone a good old butt whooping with her Keyblade, especially after having as much time as she wanted to train for the final battle. She showed up to the final battle, Keyblade in hand, and what happened? For starters, she got snatched up by Xemnas, not even putting up a fight. She disappears into Xehanort's hands, and he almost kills her just so Sora can have motivation to fight. They did a great job with building Kairi and Sora's relationship in Kingdom Hearts 3. The cutscene with the Powerproof Fruit almost got me. It nearly did, I'm not gonna lie. Like, that was a really beautiful cutscene. The scenes with Axel and her, great, but what she was built up especially to do, which is what this whole game was centered around, the Keyblade War, the climax of 7 Guardians versus the 13 Darknesses. They were all set up at the end to fight, have this amazing clash. And what did Kairi do? What did Kairi do in that clash? Nothing. If they showed scenes of her struggling, of her trying, of her hitting more than shadows with her Keyblade and putting up a fight, I'd be fine with her being snatched up by Xemnas and having Sora save her, because why? She would have looked like a competent fighter, a contributing person that she wanted to be. But no, when it came to her clashing Keyblades, she got a big F with a circle around it. Everything she did in Kingdom Hearts 3, she could have done just fine without a Keyblade. Saving Sora Sora had nothing to do with her wielding one. She kept Sora together because of her love for him, and you could guess that her Princess of Light powers contributed as well, which once again, I did love that scene. That scene when they were traveling back to the Keyblade graveyard and they were holding hands, beautiful. I did tear up at that. My heart felt for those moments, for those two, after all they had been through. Because like those scenes where Sora and Kairi are together, it feel very special because you realize that they really don't have that much time to build their relationship. They are not together that often in the Kingdom Hearts series, but when they are, it's really special and is a really heartfelt moment. And I love those scenes. Like, I love those scenes where Kairi's around Sora. And I still love Kairi, not because of her grand involvement in other games when it comes to Keyblade fighting, but because of her heartwarming scenes. Those scenes with her and other characters, like the ones with Sora and Axel, or the one with Aqua before you went to the Keyblade graveyard. Scenes like that show you how lovable of a character she is or can be. It's just that they do so well with the scenes with her and Sora. They do so well with her playing the role of Sora's love interest, which was a key factor in me enjoying a lot of her character in Kingdom Hearts 3, but it's as if they wanted to make her more than the love interest, and even set the fan up to believe that she was going to be, and just didn't do it. I love Kairi in the Kingdom Hearts series. This was just her moment to do more fighting, and they never delivered when it came down to it. It just sucks seeing her not be able to contribute as much as you know she probably can. Some people are saying her character right now is at her worst. I do not agree with that. I feel like she did just as much in this game as she probably did in Kingdom Hearts 1, which was her character's best, but this time around we wanted more. Not more of the same, but more of an improvement. I feel like right now with Kairi, her character is on par with Kingdom Hearts 1, maybe slightly under. I might need more time to think about that one. I'm just so conflicted with her. Like, I love her character and probably always will because her and Sora have the most amazing chemistry, and I always love her for those scenes that she has with Sora, and she comes off as such a genuine character, and I don't think there's a bad or awkward interaction between her or any other character in the series. But she didn't do what she wanted to do in the game, which was get her hands dirty a bit. Throw away the nice girl for one scene and let her fight for her friends' lives. Like, come on. Now, where does Kairi go from here? Well, I feel like while they missed out on one opportunity, they have an even bigger one lined up for them. The fact that Sora is gone now, quote, should motivate Kairi to rescue him, or motivate her to do something, to summon that Keyblade and put it to use like never before. I really feel like Kairi could benefit from a side game. I don't want to say side game because all KH games are important. Let me say non-number title. I think Kairi could really benefit from a game like just all about her, or a game that is more focused on her, because I feel like just shoehorning her in to these number titles is not working. Because even the main protagonists like Sora and Riku have their own games outside of the number titles where they have more room to grow. Riku in Dream Drop Distance, like, those were some of the best moments ever for his character. In games like Chain of Memories, those were some of the best moments for Sora's character. I feel like Kairi can do a lot more if given the opportunity. I think the opportunities like they have given her, like they definitely should have capitalized off of those. But I think she could really benefit from her own game or a side story of her own. Maybe we could have a game where we get a lot of insight on how Kairi's feeling about Sora being gone. Maybe she goes off on her own little adventure to maybe save Sora or get stronger so she can protect him more. I don't know, just things like that would really help her character, and I want Square Enix to really do that. I also believe that with the next saga, with a fresh start for the next saga, that we really could give Kairi a lot more screen time and a lot more, like, usage. I feel like this isn't a mistake that can't be fixed or patched up. If she can show true improvement from here on, meaning in the next game, I'm looking forward to see how she feels about Sora's disappearance and what that motivates her to do, because despite me being a little disappointed with her in Kingdom Hearts 3, I don't want her character to go away. I'm still holding on to hope that with a fresh start, with the next saga, that she can do a little bit more, have a lot more room to shine. That's gonna do it for today's video though. Those were my thoughts on Kairi's character in Kingdom Hearts 3. If you guys want me to do more videos like this, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you soon.